Hey everyone, I am going to show you a very extreme look today. I have been wanting to do a look like this for a long time, and the inspiration to this look was black lipstick. So yeah, this is what I'm doing. Very contoured eyes, dramatic lashes, black lips, but it's not completely black. I actually use a couple different products on it, which you'll be able to maybe see better in the pictures. I absolutely love this look. I think this is one of my favorite looks that I've done in a while. And I think that's why a lot of people are subscribed to my channel, because I do a lot of these kind of darker darker extreme looks. I hope you guys enjoy watching this. If you want to learn how to do it, then just keep watching. So I first applied MAC Still Life paint as an eyeshadow base. It's like a light shimmering vanilla color. Then I'm going to use this color. This is MAC Solar White. This was limited edition, but you can use another. You don't have to use this particular one. Just use like a shimmering, like a light gold kind of shimmering eyeshadow, and I'm going to apply this very thickly all over the lid. I'm using a flat shader brush. This one is by Hakuhodo. Hakuhodo are my favorite brushes. I've done a review on them. I'll link it on the side if you want to know more about Hakuhodo brushes. These are just, yeah, really good makeup brushes. So anyhow, I'm going to just apply that right on the lid. And you just want to pack this on really well. Then I'm going to use the next color. This is by MAC. I'm going to use this one. This is Copper Plate eyeshadow. I'm using this blending brush, also by Hakuhodo. And now I'm going to focus the sort of like the definition right on the inner corner. So I'm going to apply this on the inner part of the eye first, and then just blend outwards. And then just kind of trail that out, if that makes sense. So I'm deepening the color right near the inner part of my eye. So that's kind of what makes this look so unique, because it's not putting the outer focus like the dark color here, it's putting it on the inner corner. Okay, so then I'm just kind of trailing it, if that makes sense. So you're gonna kind of get this trailing motion. Then I'm going to pick up a medium gray shade. I'm using this one. This is called MAC Print. If you don't have MAC eyeshadows, you don't have to use MAC. There's other companies that make, eyeshadows. This is just what I use, but feel free to use it from different brands. And I'm just going to deepen up that crease, kind of right on that inner corner. Then I'm going to use a highlighting color. For this, I'm using MAC Dazzle Light. This is just like a highlighting shade. It's kind of a vanilla color, but it has a shimmer. And I'm using the MAC 222 brush. And I'm just placing that right underneath the brow and just kind of blending right here. Now on the lower lid, I don't want to do too much because we're going to have this very dramatic eyeliner. So I'm just using a little bit of a white kohl pencil. And then I'm just going to apply a little bit of that just right on that lower lash line, just blending it outwards. And you can just use, actually I'm just going to use a finger and just blend that out a little bit. So then you want to use a cream or a gel eyeliner. I currently am using MAC Fluid Line. It's just a black. And I'm using the Illamasqua eyeliner brush. You can use an art brush as well, that would work too. And then you're going to make this very dramatic wing. So you kind of start in the middle. Okay, so once I have finished the eyeliner, I'm going to just start doing my brows. I'm using Spiked Brow Pencil by MAC, and I wanted to have a very defined brow. Like, it's a lot actually darker than my hair. So I draw the line on the bottom. Now it's kind of darker. I draw the line on the top. Then I'm going to use a sharp angle brush. This one is actually by Afterglow, and I'm just going to brush that out a little bit. Then I'm going to take a black eyeshadow. I'm using matte carbon for this, just getting a little bit of that on the same brush, and I'm just going to apply that just on the very lower part of the eyebrow. And this is going to kind of make it look a bit more defined. It kind of almost gives like a three-dimensional look, if that makes sense. And lastly, I just set it with some brow gel. I'm just using actually clear mascara. And you just want to set the brow hair in place. I'm going to use a little bit of this blusher. This is Illamasqua powder blusher in Intrigue. It's just a matte white blusher. If you have very dark skin, this isn't really going to work for you because it's just totally white. But this works really well for fair skin. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of it as a highlight. This is going to make a very, very like pale skin look, which I love it. I know a lot of people don't like having pale skin, but you know, if you have pale skin, use it to your advantage. You can definitely do some really cool looks with really paper white skin, so don't feel like, you know, you can't, you know, do stuff with it. So I've applied false lashes now on both eyes. I used ones that are very, like very dramatic lashes. Now I'm just going to do the lips, and I'm going to use, first of all, I'm going to powder my lips. Now I applied a little bit of lip balm before, and this powder is just going to help the lip liner last a bit longer. I'm just going to use a black lip liner and just line my lips with that. Now this lipstick that I used is by Berry M. This is Berry M number 37. Now you want to just blot really well, because you don't want to get that on your teeth. Then I'm going to apply this lip gloss. This is also by MAC. This was limited edition. I don't think you can get this anymore. It's called So This Season, but it's just like really dark aubergine purpley lip gloss. Lastly, I'm going to apply some of this Glimmer Glass by MAC, and this is Black Fire. I don't know if you can see all the little sparkles, and it's amazing. Wow, I love that. Okay, that was really a good choice. What else can I put on? I'm not finished yet. I'm going to put on some of this. This is the Young Punk Mineralized Skin Finish, which came out with that same collection. What was it called? It was, oh, Style Black. There we go. I am just going to get a little bit of that on my finger. You just always want to use a clean finger. You don't want to dip your greasy kind of product back into the eyeshadow. I have to say, I think this is one of my favorite lips I've ever done. Alright, lastly for blush, I wasn't sure if I was just going to leave it like this, but I'm going to use a little bit of this one. This is by La Femme. This is Lilac Champagne. Use a purpley blush. And just blend that out. And I'm going to actually contour a little bit with a gray eyeshadow. This is going to be very risky. Let's see if this works out. This is by Ben Nye. I am loving it. So that's the finished look. As you can see, it's very, very bold. This is not a look for the shy, but this is exactly why I like makeup. Don't go by the rules. Do something totally different, you know? I mean, if you were going by the books, nobody would ever tell you to use a color like this for contouring. But why not, you know? Like, why can't you do that? Or why can't you wear black lipstick? You know, don't get sucked into the rules. Don't think you can't do this or you can't do that. Just go with it. I hope you like this look. I personally really love it. I think it's one of my favorite looks I've ever done. And yes, I would wear this out because I am brave like that. So I hope you guys are brave too. Try it out. Let me know what you think. You can post a comment below. If you want to recreate this look, I would love to see a video response. Thank you guys so much for watching my channel. I appreciate it so much that I can share my love for makeup with other people out there. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it and I will see you very soon. Take care, guys. Bye.